Hey, this is Damon from Angelwolf Studios. And I just sat here and made a video about delays that are happening to some projects. So I decided to talk about time management. We've already talked about it in one video, and there's definitely needs to be a part two to that. So this is um, time management part two, or what did I make? What was it? Increasing my productivity, part two. There we go. Okay, so I had to make some decisions. And the decisions that I had to make are as follows. When I'm making certain tables, they have different timelines on to getting done. Originally, when I first started all of this, I tried to do everything in the same time frame, and realized really quick that is not possible to do. It certainly does take less time to make a coffee table than it does to make a dining table. Um, I don't even know where in the world I even came up with the idea of these things taking the same amount of time. So, so once I have all of the building materials needed, I figured out that it takes me 2 weeks to build two coffee tables. I'm ecstatic about that. Okay, so the next thing I tried was doing two large tables in the same amount of time. Big no no. Not a regret because I learned something out of it. There's no way that I can get two large tables done um, in just 2 weeks. One table I can do in 2 weeks. Um, if I'm doing two tables at a time, then I need 3 weeks to work on two large tables. Now, if there's anything extra that's needed on these tables, like cup holders or anything new that I have to add, then I need more time. Um, so, like, I can do one table, 2 weeks, two tables, 3 weeks. But if any of those two tables in that 3 week time frame needs cup holders, drawers, or anything extra added onto it that I need to design or I need to build, then I need to tack on an extra week just for that one project. I counter that by taking the 3 week time frame and only doing that one table. If you need cup holders, drawers, if you need a couch or a table, 3 weeks, one table. Um, I think this is a good move to do this way. I'm just trying to figure out now the kinks on how to make it work flawlessly. Um, Again, the tools that I have been contributing very much to my increasing my productivity. Um, no, it's not a lie that the better your tools are, the faster you can work. So, starting out with only a um, circular saw and a drill when I first started out a couple of years ago, um, and the fact that I was doing everything part time, Yeah, you can see things taking a couple of months to get done. That's that's just fact, and especially with the fact that I'm the only one that's working on it. Um, Later on, after I lost my job, which was it was a full time job that I felt was more part time than full time. Anyway, um, after losing that job, I was thrusted into doing this full time. And I said it in part one. I, even though I was doing this full time, I still had the mentality that I'm doing this part time still. And that really got to me. And then when I get more orders in, I'm overwhelmed because it's like, how am I supposed to get all this done? It's fine. It's fine now. Coming up with the weeks or the number of weeks that it takes to build, not exactly the number of hours, because, for example, when I when I'm sanding, there's a point in sanding where I have to wait, and that's when it's called raising the grain. I'm raising the grain to make so that when I go back over it with more sandpaper, then the surface is smooth. Um, that that time it takes for it to dry between sandings, that's not time that I'm working on it, so I can't include that time into my labor cost, for example. Um, and I'll maybe go a little bit more deeper into stuff like that on my blog. Just go straight over to www.angelwolfstudios.com and go to stories. I don't think I changed the name to blogs yet, but yeah, go to stories, and you will see a little bit more in depth um, discussion article. There you go. You'll see a bit more in depth article about this topic. You'll see also the blog for part one, and you'll see a link for part one. Just throw that out there. So yeah, tools have helped a lot. Learning that or realizing that a different size table needs a different amount of time has helped immensely. The only thing that's missing, in my opinion, is if I had the ability to prepare some things ahead of time. My coffee tables, they're all the same size, unless somebody my normal coffee table, they're all the same size. So if I could have, say, for example, the frame already built and just stored somewhere, that would be great. But I don't have the storage space to do so. And I really hate repeating myself, but that's just what happens. Anyway, moving forward, I think that the methodology on it, I don't need to change, and I don't need to change the order of operations. I just need to change the scheduling of said order of operations. and I need to be realistic. Can I get this done in a day? A day being 8 hours. Um, but then I also have to keep in mind, um, especially right now that it's winter, I have to keep in mind that the weather being so cold at the moment makes it take longer to dry when I'm staining or anything like that. So, um, so what I get out of this, what I get out of this totally, is that even though, for example, the coffee tables only take 2 weeks, I need to, in the winter I need to actually add a couple of days, and that's probably going to what's going to happen in large tables and the other scheduling that I need to, finalize and figure out. So I'll have, like, I guess a winter and every other time different schedules, that I'll just write down, and make sure that I'm using the proper schedule during the right times of the year. So, other than that, everything getting scheduled seems to be working out very well. Especially, like, I like being able to say, this is when you're getting your lumber, this is when I'm shipping. And if anything happens, it'll be shipped on this day. And I don't know the word for it. Is it tentatively? It could be that. After watching all of these videos, you're gonna find out that I just need a freaking dictionary. So yeah, so like, I want to guarantee you a time, and I'm working towards that time as long as there's no delays. And I'm already also working in that extra time just in case, so that you can expect it. I think that's how I need to be going about this for everything right now. The only other, I think the only other thing that I would need to improve productivity at this point is to hire someone. So after working out these last couple of schedules to get them down and say, okay, this is what happens on these days. After that, after figuring out that workflow, the only way to improve productivity would be to hire somebody. But for that, I need a bigger space. All right. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to give an update on what's been going on with my productivity. Again, you might want to check out the blog, because I'm going to be writing a little bit, writing an article that goes into a little bit more depth about the situation, and maybe gives out some pointers and let you know where I've gotten some pointers from, So there's definitely going to be a little bit more to read there. So just go over to www.angelwolf.com and check out the blog after you watch the vlog. All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.